Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to I'm going to read to you a program which is called Monthly Horoscope for February 2019, and this is for you coming from Taurus. So let me shuffle these cards. Before that, I'd like to give you my email address because many are saying they can't get in touch with me. My email address is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO, and the number 9, andyhoro9@gmail.com. Send me an email if you want to make contact with me. Now, the first card that I've pulled for you has got to do with your first 15 days of February. And I'm going to tackle with this card your job area. And the first 15 days states that you have a miserable time in your job. Nothing works well. Watch out for blame. There's conflict, there's jealousy, and there's a tendency of you saying the wrong thing and doing the wrong thing. And one of the reasons for that is your impulsiveness will be immense. So quieten yourself down in the first 15 days. Concentrate on what's important. Don't say and do things of a rebellious nature, and you will be able to do well. So not a good card for you for the first 15 days. Now the next card for the first 15 days would be your business area. The card says that you're very popular in the business area, and there's a lot of possibilities. Some past efforts and some new efforts can be brought to reality. But the planetary signs I see here, they are the signs of depression. So watch out that if you overexpose yourself in business, in new areas especially, you are going to find suddenly things are going to go very wrong and depression can be seen. So with this card, I would suggest stay with the business you know well, stay with the business you're doing, try to not get carried away with new opportunities coming your way. That would be how I represent this card. Now I'm going to talk to you about romance. And this is the card for the first 15 days of February for you coming from Taurus. And this card is not good. This is a really depressive card. Very depressive card. It's called the Fool. So you could very well be made a fool of, either because things have been happening behind your back, or past issues have gone from bad to worse, and new problems are cropping up. So don't you be the fool doing all these problems. And if it's somebody else who created these problems, try not to go overboard to make it even worse. So it's not a good card where your romance and marriage is concerned, I would say. I'm going to pull another card for your marriage because this was really a gloomy one. Let's see what this card says. It still says unexpected problems are arising all over the place. So this is the second card I tried to pull for your marriage, and it says unexpected problems are arising, which means that be expectant of problems. Try not to create them yourself. If somebody else creates them, tell yourself it's only 15 days of January that I have to be careful about. And this kind of card can also bring rebelliousness either from you or from your marriage partner. Now I'm going to go to your last 13 days of job. Your last 13 days of job, this card says, are excellent. Now, the last 13 days of February gives you many opportunities. You're doing many things right. And looking for a new job is when you should try to do that in the last 13 days of February. And it says jobs can be abroad, or you could be planning to go abroad, or you're trying to find a job abroad, or working with people from another country. It's a very exciting card. It's a card that's called strength. So there's enormous luck. That's I talk of strength. Enormous luck for you is coming your way in the last 13 days or last 15 days of February. So in your area of job, tell yourself, go all out. Do well for your bosses and for your company, and you'll be rewarded. And if you're hunting for a new job, you're going to get some very, very good news. So an excellent news there. Now let's see about your business areas for you coming from Taurus for the last 13 or 15 days. This is not a very good card. It says you can be cheated or let down. So, on the other hand, it's a card of opportunity. But having seen that you could be cheated or let down, I will say these opportunities may not be worthwhile. So tell yourself that negotiate by all means in the last 13 to 15 days, but don't implement the negotiation. Leave it at that stage. Wait for the next month to see what happens. Because it's touch and go here. But opportunities are definitely seen, but the card is inverted, which means that what you attempt to do will be loaded with problems. So I would say in the area of business, don't expose yourself to too much risk. Next card I pull will be to do with your romance. And the last 15 days, wow, this is a fabulous card. You are being hunted or you are hunting, and new romances are very possible, and ongoing romances are beautiful as well. So in the field of romance, you are doing extremely well and very happy. Take charge by all means. Take charge simply doesn't mean control. It means lead and let the romance blossom. Or if it's a new one, encourage it. So areas of romance are fabulous for you in the last 15 days. Now let's talk of marriage. For you coming from Taurus. Well, it's a very healthy card. I see that between you and your marriage partner, everything is blossoming. I see Cupids here, so newfound love is rejuvenated between you and your marriage partner. So the last 15 days of February, go out and go to places you have been to, go to new places, excite your marriage, and you will see that a bonding takes beautifully for you. And good news also come in your marriage some way or another. Now I'm going to pull this card for health. Let me see what the card says for you coming from Taurus. Well, the problem is your lower limbs. They either could get hurt or they could have problems. Could be many reasons. You may have an accident, or it could be gout to your lower limbs, or maybe your feet are not well, blood circulation. So consider that your lower limbs are asking for help. That's what the card says. Now I'm going to pull a card to talk to you about your lucky ages. And let's see what the card says. It's a beautiful Neptune card. So I'm going to say, if you happen to be the ages of 15 or 24 or 33 or 42 or 51 or 60 or 69 or even 78, then you're going to be one very lucky person in the month of February. And you're going to, whether in the job, whether in the business or the romance or the marriage, you'll do very well. And this card also says that travel is also seen for any reason. So you're going to have a fabulous month if you're of these ages. If you're not of these ages, you'll need to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you US $50. And I will tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years. And that will be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. We'll talk about that later. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky dates. Your lucky dates are going to be the 6th. Well, it's a card of Venus. So I'll say that the lucky dates are going to be the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th of February. Something fabulous can happen, whether it's to the romance area in your life, the marriage area, whether the job, the business area. You're going to strike something fabulously well on the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th. So bookmark these dates. Go out with the people you love. Go out with the people with you do business with or work with. And you are going to do something very good to win many rewards. And now I will talk to you about your lucky colors. Let's see what the card says. It's a moon card, so I'm going to choose the color green. So the color green is going to be one very lucky color for you. Try and wear a lot of it in the month of February. You coming from Taurus. And your lucky direction for you coming from Taurus. Your lucky direction is going to be southeast. You see, 9 planets are surrounding Earth. So when we look left, right, straight forward, we are going to look at a planet, and every planet is given a color to control. So southeast, if you face a lot of it, you're going to be inspired and you're going to be just getting very lucky. So try to do that. Well, I have this 90-minute session, and it will cost you USD 50. and I'll tackle your next 7 or 8 years or 9 years based on your date of birth and your time of birth and looking at your palms. I will go into all areas of your life, and with all this information, I'll be very accurate to tell you what's going to happen and what you shouldn't do and what you should do. I'll give you your lucky lottery numbers, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky dates, lucky days, and your lucky directions, a lot of information so that you get everything very right. I'm also going to give you my Facebook address, let's call it that. My Facebook address is Andy, A-N-D-I, dot Singh, S-I-N-G-H, dot 9, the number 9. And you'll be able to find me on Facebook, and I will welcome you to be my friend. Well, it was good talking to you, and I wish you the best of luck for February. Until then, thank you and goodbye.